My name is Adeola. I am Administrative Officer, Human Resources with the Department of Justice. A typical day in work is really not typical at all. It could be talking to stakeholders, external stakeholders in other departments and working on a program. I could also be coordinating the well-being team. I could be drafting a policy. Finally, I could be working on HR operations, looking at the queries we get and how we can solve them and make our staff more comfortable with work and in work. The civil service is changing and is an ever-changing workplace now. It's becoming a workplace of the future. It's the biggest employer in the country. Every single person working in the civil service actually impacts on society. For example, in the Department of Justice, our values are we're open, we're collaborative, and we're professional. And that openness means that everybody's voice in the department is heard from the first day you come into work until you're signing out. It's very important that the civil service mirrors what we see in the Irish society. The civil service is becoming more diverse and more inclusive as the day go by. So you'll see someone just like you, whether you're from a minority ethnic background or you are from the LGBT plus community, the traveler and Roma community. There is a seat for you, there is a role for you in the civil service. Finished secondary school in Nigeria, and then I went over to university to study for a course in guidance and counseling. And then from there, I went into work, and I started with a private company where I was HR administrator. And then I moved on to a charity, a non-profit organization. And then I moved on from that job and to the BBC in the United Kingdom, where I worked in HR as well. I was HR advisor, and that was a very exciting time for me, working with people in public service in the UK. Coming into Ireland, I discovered that I couldn't, my visa type, I wasn't able to access work in the civil service at that time. I needed to upskill, so I went to the UCD and I registered for a graduate course in human resources, which is an area that I really enjoy working in. And from there, I then applied to public jobs, and I was able to get a clerical officer position in the court service. I moved from a temporary clerical officer in the court service to a clerical officer in Garda Síochána in the HR directorate, and that was moving more to what I wanted to do, which is a career in human resources. I just wanted more. I always wanted more. I registered with public jobs, and I got the notification when the campaign for the HR AO position was up. I grabbed it and I applied. I was successful. I was offered a position in the Department of Justice in the HR unit. The skills required for my role are leadership potential, communication and interpersonal skills, also research and analytical skills. As an AO, you have to draw policy and research. So I'm able to use my past work experience as well as my studies in university. Some of the skills I didn't have from day one, but I had the support of my team and I was able to build up those skills as I go. I always tell people, register on publicjobs.ie, register an account. Once you register, bring it down to the things you're looking for. And when a job is posted on those areas, you get to notice it. The big thing about the civil service is you can join from any level, right from clerical officer level to the SecGen. But the main important thing is once you get in, you can work your way up. My role in the civil service compares better and more favorable to my previous roles in the private sector. The civil service is more inclusive. It's got more family-friendly programs like the shorter working year. There's a career break that I could get as well between 6 months and up to 5 years. And on top of that, because of COVID, the public service and the civil service has adapted again to blended work and hybrid work. So it's a new thing we are doing now. So quite a number of people can work from home as well as work a few days in the office. So it's great.